Scene script. Have you ever wondered how the story of human civilization began? It's a question that has captivated the minds of scholars, historians, and curious individuals for centuries. To answer it, we have to journey back in time, to the onset of civilization itself. Let's start with the basics. What is a civilization? Simply put, it's a complex society characterized by the practice of agriculture, the existence of a governing state, and the capability to produce social and cultural products like writing and architecture. A civilization stands as a testament to human ingenuity, resilience, and the insatiable desire to create and evolve. Now imagine the world around 5,000 years ago. Amidst the vast expanse of wilderness flourished the earliest known civilization, the Sumerians in Mesopotamia. Nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, Sumer was the cradle where civilization was nurtured and grew. The Sumerians were not just survivors, they were pioneers. They developed one of the first written languages known as cuneiform, etched on clay tablets, a testament to their drive to communicate and record their existence. But their accomplishments didn't stop there. They also laid the foundation of modern agriculture, mastering the art of irrigation, planting, and harvesting. This not only ensured their survival, but also allowed them to build surplus, paving the way for economic growth and societal development. Beyond agriculture and writing, the Sumerians also made strides in the realm of law. They established codes and rules to govern their society, a system that has echoed through the ages and into our modern legal frameworks. The legacy of the Sumerians is monumental, shaping the course of human history. Their innovations in writing, agriculture, and law were the building blocks that allowed for the growth of complex societies. They showed us the power of communication, the importance of sustainable food production, and the necessity of a system to maintain order. The Sumerians, in essence, set the stage for the complex societies that would follow. They were the dawn of civilization, the spark that ignited the flame of human progress. Their story is not just history, it's the prologue to our shared narrative. And what an awe-inspiring beginning it is. The Sumerians set the stage for the complex societies that would follow. From the Fertile Crescent, we move to the land of pyramids and pharaohs, ancient Egypt. Tucked in the northeastern corner of Africa, ancient Egypt was a civilization like no other, imbued with a rich culture that spanned over 3,000 years. This civilization left us a bounty of historical treasures, from the great pyramids of Giza to the Valley of the Kings, each a testament to their remarkable architectural ingenuity. The Egyptians were master builders. They harnessed their knowledge of geometry and their understanding of the natural world to construct some of the most enduring monuments in human history. The Great Sphinx, the Luxor Temple, and of course the pyramids themselves stand as a testament to their architectural prowess. They were not just colossal structures of stone, they were messages written in limestone and granite intended to withstand the test of time. But the ancient Egyptians were not solely about grandiose monuments. They were deeply spiritual people. Their religious beliefs were intricately woven into every facet of their daily lives. They worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses, each representing different aspects of life and nature. From the sun god Ra, the most revered deity, to Anubis, the god of the afterlife, their faith was a rich tapestry of mythology and symbolism, and at the heart of this vibrant civilization was the Nile. This mighty river was the lifeblood of ancient Egypt. Its annual flooding brought rich, fertile soil to the riverbanks, making agriculture possible in an otherwise arid landscape. The Nile was not just a river, it was a celestial highway, a divine path that connected the world of the living with the world of the gods. The civilization of ancient Egypt was a symphony of science, faith, and artistry. They were astronomers, engineers, artists, and theologians. They were a people of the Nile, their lives entwined with its ebb and flow. Their legacy, etched in stone and sand, continues to captivate us, reminding us of the extraordinary potential of human civilization. The legacy of the ancient Egyptians continues to awe and inspire us today. Next, we journey to the birthplace of Western civilization, ancient Greece. Imagine a world of city-states, each with its unique culture and governance. Athens and Sparta, the two most famous, were as different as day and night. Athens, a city of art, intellect, and democracy, contrasted sharply with Sparta, a city known for its military strength and discipline. In the heart of Athens, the concept of democracy took root. The word democracy itself comes from the Greek words demos, meaning people, and kratos, meaning power. In essence, it was the power of the people. In a remarkable political experiment, every citizen had the right to vote on laws and public policies. This was a revolutionary idea in a world where kings and emperors wielded absolute power. But ancient Greece was not just the cradle of democracy, it was also a hub of intellectual pursuit. The Greeks valued wisdom above all else. They believed that an enlightened mind could achieve anything. This belief gave rise to a pantheon of philosophers whose thoughts and teachings still resonate today. Consider Socrates, known as the father of Western philosophy. His method of questioning to stimulate critical thinking is still used in classrooms around the world. Then there was his student Plato, who founded the Academy, the precursor to modern universities. Plato's student Aristotle made significant contributions to logic, metaphysics, mathematics, physics, biology, botany, ethics, politics, agriculture, medicine, dance, and theater. The Greeks had an insatiable thirst for knowledge. They strived to understand the world around them, not just accept it. Their inquiries laid the groundwork for various fields of study, including philosophy, politics, and science. Indeed, the Greeks gave the world more than democracy. They pioneered a way of thinking that has shaped Western civilization for over 2 millennia. They taught us to question, to seek truth, and to value knowledge. Their legacy continues to inspire and influence us today. The Greeks laid the foundation of Western philosophy, politics, and scientific thought. From Greece, we move to the heart of the Roman Empire. The Eternal City, Rome, is our next stop in this journey through human civilization. Rome is a city that saw the rise and fall of one of the greatest empires in human history, an empire that left an indelible mark on the world that we still feel today. Founded in 753 BC by its first king Romulus, Rome gradually grew into a republic, governed by the Senate and the people. The republic was characterized by a series of internal conflicts, political intrigues, and power struggles, eventually leading to the rise of Julius Caesar and the birth of the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire, sprawling from Britain to the Near East, was one of the most powerful and influential entities of the ancient world. Its political structure, essentially a monarchy disguised as a republic, was a complex system of checks and balances, a testament to the Romans' political acumen. Rome's cultural impact was immense. Latin, the language of Rome, evolved into the Romance languages we know today, including Italian, French, Spanish, Portuguese, and Romanian. Roman law forms the basis of the legal systems of many modern countries. The Romans' feats in architecture and engineering are still admired today, from the grandeur of the Colosseum to the ingenuity of their aqueducts. However, Rome's most significant cultural impact was perhaps the spread of Christianity. Christianity, which began as a small sect in the Eastern Roman Empire, eventually became the state religion under Emperor Constantine. The rise of Christianity fundamentally changed the cultural and religious landscape of the Roman Empire and, by extension, the world. But all empires must end, and Rome was no exception. Plagued by internal strife, economic instability, and pressure from barbarian invasions, the Western Roman Empire finally fell in 476 AD. This marked the beginning of a new era, the Middle Ages, and the end of the ancient world as we know it. The fall of Rome marked the end of the ancient world and the beginning of the Middle Ages. So, buckle up as we delve deeper into the fascinating journey of human civilization, where empires rise and fall and history is written and rewritten. As the Roman Empire fell, Europe entered a period known as the Dark Ages, a time often associated with decline and stagnation, but also a period of transition and profound changes. The once mighty Roman Empire was replaced by a patchwork of feudal kingdoms. Lords and knights ruled the land while serfs toiled the fields. This was the age of the feudal system, a social hierarchy where everyone knew their place. Meanwhile, religious fervor was rising, leading to a series of holy wars known as the Crusades. European knights set off to the Holy Land with the hope of claiming it for Christendom. These crusades were brutal and bloody, but they also opened up new trade routes and cultural exchanges with the East. Yet, as contact with the East increased, so did exposure to a deadly disease, the Black Death, a plague that swept across Europe, wiping out a third of the population. It was a time of great suffering, but it also led to significant societal changes. With labor in short supply, the feudal system began to crumble, paving the way for a new era. This new era was the Renaissance, a period of rebirth that saw a revival in art, literature, and science. It began in the city-states of Italy, where artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo breathed new life into the classical ideals of beauty and harmony. In literature, writers like Shakespeare and Dante explored the complexities of the human condition. And in the realm of science, figures like Copernicus and Galileo challenged the Church's view of the universe, setting the stage for the scientific revolution. The Renaissance was a cultural explosion, a time of renewed interest in the classical learning of Greece and Rome. It was an era of exploration and discovery, both in the physical world and the realm of ideas. The spirit of inquiry and innovation that defined the Renaissance still resonates with us today. The Renaissance was a period of rebirth and discovery, setting the stage for the modern era. The Renaissance gave birth to an age of exploration and discovery. As the embers of the Dark Ages faded, a new thirst for knowledge took hold. Intrepid explorers, armed with improved navigation techniques and the magnetic compass, set sail into the unknown. Their voyages ignited a period known as the Age of Exploration. Among these explorers, two names stand out from the crowd: Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand Magellan. Columbus, an Italian explorer sailing under the Spanish flag, sought a western route to the lucrative spice markets of Asia. Instead, he stumbled upon the islands of the Caribbean in 1492, marking the beginning of Europe's extensive engagement with the New World. Meanwhile, Magellan, a Portuguese explorer, led the first expedition to circumnavigate the globe. His voyage, starting in 1519, proved that the world was indeed round and much larger than previously thought. Despite not completing the journey himself due to his death in the Philippines, his crew returned to Spain in 1522, forever cementing his legacy in the annals of exploration. However, this era was not just about discovery. The colonization of the New World brought unprecedented wealth to Europe, but had devastating consequences for indigenous populations. Diseases like smallpox, to which the natives had no immunity, decimated these communities. Their cultures, languages, and histories faced near extinction as European powers laid claim to their lands. Yet the Age of Exploration was not entirely defined by its darker aspects. It ushered in an era of global interconnectedness, reshaping the world in profound ways. Trade routes expanded, new foods, animals, and ideas crossed oceans, and the world map was redrawn time and again. In essence, the Age of Exploration was a time of great discovery and devastating loss. It marked a pivotal chapter in human history, one that changed the course of civilizations and set the stage for the world as we know it today. The Age of Exploration reshaped the world, creating connections between continents. As exploration opened new horizons, the world was on the brink of another major shift, the Industrial Revolution. A dramatic transformation was about to unfold, a shift that would sweep away centuries-old agrarian societies and usher in a new age of industrial and urban life. Where once the rhythm of life was governed by the seasons and the sun, now it was ruled by the factory whistle and the clock. The Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century, was a period of rapid industrial growth and technological innovation. It was a time when humans harnessed the power of steam, built machines to do the work of many hands, and created factories that became the heart of new industrial cities. This shift from rural to urban societies was not just a change in where people lived and worked, it was a fundamental transformation in how they lived and worked. People moved from the countryside to the cities in droves, seeking employment in the growing industries. The daily life of the average person was forever altered. The 9-to-5 workday, the wage system, the concept of weekends, all these things we take for granted today were born out of this period. The Industrial Revolution also had profound effects on the economy. It led to the rise of capitalism and the creation of a new class of wealthy industrialists. The economy became more complex and interdependent, giving birth to new economic theories and practices. But this revolution wasn't without its drawbacks. As factories sprouted up, so did slums. Working conditions were often harsh and dangerous. Child labor was rampant. The gap between the rich and the poor widened. These challenges led to the rise of labor movements and social reforms that would shape the world in the years to come. Despite these challenges, the Industrial Revolution sparked an era of unprecedented growth and progress. It laid the groundwork for the modern world we live in today, from our economic systems to our societal structures. the Industrial Revolution marked a turning point in history, dramatically changing every aspect of daily life. From the ashes of the Industrial Revolution emerged the world as we know it today. Our journey takes us into the 20th century, a period marked by two world wars that changed the face of civilization and shaped the modern world. The First World War, a conflict of unprecedented scale, triggered a dramatic shift in global power. Empires crumbled, nations were born, and the world map was redrawn. The aftermath was a tenuous peace, shattered 2 decades later by the Second World War. This war, even more devastating than the first, saw the horrifying use of nuclear weapons and left an indelible mark on human history. In the wake of these wars, technology advanced at an exponential pace. The mid-20th century saw the birth of the digital revolution, the transistor, the personal computer, the internet. These inventions transformed the way we live, work, and communicate. Today, we're at the forefront of yet another technological revolution, with artificial intelligence and quantum computing promising to reshape our world once again. But while technology has brought us extraordinary benefits, it's also presented us with unprecedented challenges. Our planet is warming, climate change is accelerating, and the threat of a global environmental crisis looms large. We're grappling with the effects of globalization as economies and societies become more interconnected than ever before. As we navigate these complex issues, we're also witnessing the rise of new global powers and shifting geopolitical dynamics. The 21st century is a time of rapid change and uncertainty, but it's also a time of extraordinary potential. As we look to the future, the story of human civilization continues to unfold. The challenges we face are formidable, but so too are the opportunities. As we stand on the brink of a new era, we hold the power to shape our destiny. The next chapter of our story is ours to write. It's a thrilling prospect and a sobering responsibility. As we look to the future, the story of human civilization continues to unfold. As we've journeyed through the annals of human civilization, we've witnessed the remarkable resilience and ingenuity of humanity. Our journey began at the dawn of civilization, where the first seeds of human society were sown. These early communities laid the foundation for complex societies, setting the stage for the grand spectacle of human achievement. Venturing into the land of the pharaohs, we marveled at the grandeur of the Egyptian civilization. Their monumental pyramids, intricate hieroglyphics, and profound understanding of life and death still captivate us today. Their influence echoes in our modern institutions and cultural practices. Next, we visited the cradle of democracy, ancient Greece. The Greeks' pioneering ideas on governance, philosophy, and the arts have left an indelible mark on the world. The democratic principles they championed serve as the bedrock of many societies today. Our journey carried us to the eternal city, Rome. The Roman Empire, with its advanced infrastructure, legal system, and military might, left a profound impact on the world. Its legacy is deeply ingrained in our contemporary societies. From the Dark Ages to the Renaissance, we traversed a period of profound transformation. This era bore witness to a rebirth of knowledge and a flowering of culture, setting the stage for the modern world. The Age of Exploration marked humanity's thirst for knowledge and discovery. This era of daring voyages led to the discovery of new lands, cultures, and ideas, shaping the world as we know it. The Industrial Revolution brought about a seismic shift in human life. The advent of machinery and the rise of capitalism transformed societies, setting the stage for the modern era. In the modern era, we've seen breathtaking advancements in technology, science, and culture, shaping our world in unimaginable ways. The pace of change is accelerating, and we're creating a future that our ancestors could only dream of. The story of human civilization is a testament to our enduring spirit and our relentless pursuit of progress. As we stand on the shoulders of the past, we continue to write our own chapter in the story of civilization.